Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in top 600 ranked Mythic, we're playing Mono Green. Splash White, because I've thought if we really played Mono Green aggro, we would just lose every single game, and that's not fun for you, and it's definitely not fun for me. So we started out by splashing White for Sheltered by Ghosts, because that should roughly fix that problem, and then I was like, yeah, we got a lot of creatures, I'll just throw in a Knight Errant. We'll call it Mono Green, but it is what it is. It's Mono Green splash, some very powerful cards to kind of up the power level, because Mono Green is and has been for years like the worst deck in Standard. So here we go. Only other cards to note, I am running a single copy of Bristly Bill in here. Whenever a land enters, you can put a +1 counter. I don't think I've ever played this card before. I'm running a single copy of the Ooze. Ooze is very nostalgic to me. There was a day when this card was quite good. I think we're going to run more of the Keen-Eyed Curator, because just a flat 2-mana 3/3 on curve is better than having to invest the mana to get that big, but we certainly have a lot of graveyard hate in the deck. Running this 4 copies of the Cenote Scout. Could be a 1-mana 1/1. Could be a 1-mana 2/2. Should help us hit our lands. We're only running 22 of them. And then 4 copies of the Scrap Shooter. It's a 3-mana 4/4. I don't know if we'll need it or not. I'm intrigued by the ability to pick off an opponent Sheltered by Ghosts or Annex or Up the Beanstalk. Could be good. If we don't like it halfway through, we can swap it out for the Bloated Contaminator, which would allow you to proliferate when you deal damage with it. We do certainly have lots of counters in the 1-drop and 2-drop slots that might appreciate some proliferation off of the Contaminator, but we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. There's no editing. I think the editor's coming back in like a day or two-ish. But we're continuing the streak of ranked Standard best of 1. Just hanging out with you guys, playing some Magic. One of you said I was yapping. One of you was like, I like these unedited videos where you yap. I like the unedited gameplay plus yapping videos. Very chill. I don't know how I feel about being called a yapper. I don't think I identify with that. Opponent goes first. We got a great looking hand here. It's white. Oh boy. Well, we don't have any hasty creatures, but they're certainly going to gain a whole bunch of life off of this. Feeling kind of toasty in this sweatshirt. Azorius. Okay. We don't have double 1-drops. I guess we'll try to get the Beast Caller down here. See if he gets countered. Probably running split up, unfortunately. Which means if we attack and they have the next land and they have the split up and everything goes according to plan, we'll lose both the creatures. But if they smite here, then I guess not. They don't have it. I think that's the biggest incentive to run Authority of the Consuls. If you can have the creatures come in tapped and their creatures from the prior turn attack, then everything is tapped. So you can get a really nice, clean split up to sweep the whole board. I'm guessing opponent does not have that yet. We'll get the next Beast Caller down. Trigger with stick. They want to kill it beforehand. Though it's exiled, it doesn't really matter either way. Well, we've definitely failed to get onto the battlefield here. Another Knight Errant showing up. Alright, here we go. We keep trying. Alright, seems good. We drop them down from 24 to 21. An epic start. A start of epic proportions. They get to draw. I don't know, man. I think that Sunfall's gonna hurt. There is the question of if we go land Knight Errant here into the Sunfall, at least we get a reload. Or we could just push damage. Jace coming out already. Doesn't mean they don't have Sunfall next turn.
Flesh will always become subdued.
Okay, we don't hit the land. I think we will double spell here. But if they have Sunfall, we'll just be sad. Goodness gracious, all the freaking life gain. Okay, opponent up to 23. I think we'll attack Jace. This card is interesting.
You hesitate to accept
That makes me think they don't have Sunfall. If you have Sunfall, I think you just wait for the extra draws because you have plenty of time. But if you don't have Sunfall, you might scry for it faster. It's a Beza. They get all the modes. Well, they get 2 blockers and a card. We hit the Shelter. It's really bad into Sunfall. How important is it to take out Jace right here? I think we could try. Did they play Smite? They did play Smite. They could have another Smite here. We don't have to take out Jace, I suppose. We could just Knight Errant instead. I think we'll go full and try to hit a 1-drop. We could even hit a Snout Scout and hit another land off of that. Grow the squad a little bit. We do hit the Scout. That'd be huge if we could hit land as well. Peace Call are getting chunky. It's just a question if they have the Sunfall on time. And by on time, I mean we've given them plenty of time. We do hit the land. It's very nice. Okay. That's not an awful turn. But we'll see if we just get obliterated. Take the Scry. Again, I don't think they have Sunfall. Otherwise, I think you save that to get the free draws later if you're not under any pressure. Went to the bottom again. I don't think they have Sunfall. We could have a decent Shelter turn here. Another Tome. Maybe we just ignore Jace at this point. Plus again.
Become subdued.
I think we might as well do this. Take an instant. Next land, I mean, if they pluck out the Shelter, it's fairly awkward. We have no defense around that. We also have no other way through the 4/5. I think we put it on the Knight Errant. Are they going to get lost one of these things? I mean, we play around Smite if we put it on the Errant. Kind of. It trades eventually. But we don't have to attack. We could put it on... Maybe the Scout actually is a way to do this. We just want to attack with it. I mean, we'll attempt this. It's going to be brutal. I think we're going for it. If we wanted to play Knight Errant as well, we'd have to leave back 3 creatures. So if we just did this, we'd have 1 more Knight Errant to go. For what it's worth, man. I mean, actually, we don't have the white creature. It's not going to work anyway. We'll play the Keen-Eye Curator. Looks like they won't blow out the Scout. It's pretty interesting. I'm not aware that we over-deploy any further. We're still worried about Sunfall. There's only so much we can do. Take the draw this time. So we have plenty of mana to do it. Probably take the next draw as well. Put it at 27. Yeah. Looks reasonable to me. Get back the Beza. Should get 0 triggers because we have fewer cards and fewer creatures. But we knew that was a possibility. I mean, we're pretty screwed this game.
No secret escape.
So, can we rally from here is the question. $41 cards left to 40. They'll have multiple Jaces. That could destroy the Maze Mine Tomb, give them a single draw. They'll get 2 off of it. It's almost not worth it. It's a 1 card difference. It's really unideal. I mean, this is the most efficient play, actually. It's not good. It's not a good game for us. We're playing slow green against, yeah, someone with sweepers, which is going to be a tough thing to do. At some point, we just call it here. Okay, it's not awful. Okay. I also have a creature line they can just block with 5 cards in hand. It's so bad. We could scoop soon. I mean, to win, what would it have to look like? They probably won 4 total sweepers. Some combination of Day of Judgment and Sunfall. And they're at 29. I think it's like no chance with this deck, right? I think it's very little chance of winning from here. They're on Beza though. Maybe they don't have as many sweepers as we think. If we knew for a fact they only had 2 sweepers total, I'd be down to keep playing. We can survive 2 sweepers and try again later.
Our plans are beyond your comprehension.
Beast Caller probably gets picked off anyway. We could do it all here. I don't think we're picking off the Maze Mine Tomb. They just draw anyway. Reach. And I don't think we care about the authority of the consoles anyway. We have no hasty creatures. Oh, it comes in taps. We can't Knight Errant shit. Yeah. I mean, they're going to kill the Beast Caller here. Or Soul Partition is something. I think I'm about ready to scoop. Right? This is one of those games, again, this is the kind of thing that could get cut in post-production, but I just don't, we could win. Like, I would keep playing, except for the fact that I don't think you guys are going to be interested. Like, I think we've almost certainly lost that game. I don't know, is there a point, you know? We'll try again. We're going to win some games today. Like, this deck's going to be fine. It plays Shelter by Ghost, Knight Errant. It's got some beefy creatures. Like, we'll win some games. Just wasn't going to be that one. Common Sensei. On the play. Looks pretty solid here. Green Scout. Free land, sure. Bristly Bill getting excited. Mono red, we got the shelter. This is nice. No blocks. Okay, so very high chance of winning this game. We just want the biggest creature possible. So I think we drop the Curator here. And then potentially Shelter as soon as next turn. And then go Bracely Bill. We just have to keep one creature with enough toughness to survive Lightning Strike. And then we're basically good to go. Okay, it's not Lightning Strike this turn. Villainous Rage immediately. When it dies, create a 2/2 white detective. Put no blocks, you want our creature around. Okay, so we could shelter immediately here. And then Bristly Bill by next turn. Should be fine. I think you can go. We'll leave him with the Swiss Spear. Alright. 4 lifelink. Okay, and then next turn I'll drop Bristly Bill, plus land, then I'll have 4 toughness, then it can't be Lightning Strike. Eventually we try to get out of Witchstalker Frenzy ranges too. So they could be... Yeah, they scoop on that. I told you, we're running some green creatures, we're running Shelter by Ghost, we're running Knight Errant, like, we're gonna get some wins. First game was not gonna go well for us. I'm excited to play the Shrieker though. Like a 3-mana 3/3 that makes you an extra 2/2 every turn. Seems very good. No one's ever played it. I've certainly never played against it. I don't know if that's just because green sucks. There's no incentive to play a green creature-based deck. On the draw with Shelter, looks good. Aim Lap. Azorius Enchantments, okay. Do you want the land? Or just the size? I guess we can try size for now. Can always double spell this coming turn. It's Pixies. Nowhere to run. It's gonna eat up our Shelter by Ghost. Excuse me. Well, it's gonna be pretty tough for us. Double Scouts. I think we can play one of these out. Try to hit land. No, we got plenty of creatures. Let's try to hit one more land. Then we can Paw Patch too. Knight Errant is very good. We can't quite do it, but I think it's good enough to keep. It's a little awkward. It's a very good card though. I think that's one of the things that could win us the game. Like, they're going to loop, they're nowhere to run forever. But Knight Errant gets a lot of value. So we'll see if we have a chance here. Whew. I mean, other options include, we could Shelter now. They have the second nowhere to run. We're just toast. It'd be nice if we had the Knight Errant before we Shelter, because the 4/4 does survive lots of stuff. Do you think they trade off the Pixie? We actually don't want them to. We want to be able to Knight Errant. So here we go. I don't know if they block or not, but we really need all of our creatures. And we'll see if they have the nowhere to run, or they have land. Pick it up, play it back. See if we get any kind of foothold in the game. No, no footholds. Dead immediately. You could trade with the Scavenger, I suppose. Okay. Nice. Good game of Magic. Okay, take 8. Now what? I mean, we can assume they're out of gas. We only have one play, I believe, which is take the Scavenger and just lifelink back and forth until either they can, you know, bounce nowhere to run and pick off our creature, or we can somehow get into the game. It's a land, okay. Last card is the last nowhere to run. It's in something. Pick it up, play it back. Yeah, it's not good. Lovely. Okay. Can basically scoop there. It's about game. Oh my god, the last one. 7 damage. There's no comeback, right? There's no comeback. We proceed to the next game. We were not able to get a foothold. If they stumbled for a second, we were able to Knight Errant and some more creatures. I think it could have been okay. But we needed a single breath, a single turn off to get into that game. We just did not get that one. Here we go. So excited to play the Shrieker. Not sure if I have anything to yap to you guys about. As if I yap. On the play. Yeah, it looks great. I mean, these opening hands looks pretty good for the most part. Fast land. See if there's more land. You keep that with no information. I'm pretty happy to keep that one. Cool. I mean, they know it's coming now. We can't grow the scout though. We're looking for a bigger baddie before we drop the shelter. But they do know it's coming. They continue to be mono red, so it's not Boros at least. There's a lightning strike. I'm very excited for the Shrieker, but realistically, the scrap shooter is just better, right? Because they can never kill it, basically. I'm very excited to play the Shrieker, but I think that's the most sensible thing to do. Give them a 4/4 that they really can't deal with. I mean, they know the shelter's coming. So spear. Attack all, no blocks. I think they're hoping they can nab us with Monster Rage. Last card comes down. I think it's just shelter and go to town here. Take you. Happily swing for, what, 7? Go up 5? 12-point swing. This should be about done here. They could, what's it called? They could Witchstalker Frenzy. So if you really want to play around that, we could Knight Errant here instead. Which I'm totally happy to do. Don't think we're in any rush. So Witchstalker Frenzy gets cheaper for every creature that attacks. So if we attack with 2 creatures, it only costs 2, and they can pay the ward 2 to target it. But if we attack with no creatures, I mean, land would be good. And I guess we could double spell with this if we don't hit anything else. This should be about ready to scoop, though. I don't think they get out of this one. Yeah. I'm thinking they had Witchstalker Frenzy there, but you never know. We're just going to clean up mono red and ignore our losses against Pick Season. Azorius Control. This is a funny comment. Dr. Rock is going to single-handedly improve Black Overlord's win percent by +10. I don't know about that. So as we know your opinion on the worst Overlord, which is the worst Enduring Glimmer? I don't know. I wasn't even around when those came out, right? Was that Duskmourn? What do they even do? White one draws. That one's solid. Black one is the infinite combo, and like you gain life, your opponent loses that much life or something. The green one is you can tap. You might give your creatures vigilance as well, and you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. I think that one's interesting, but it's hard to find a home for it in today's standard. Oh, the blue one, the cat, is the cat, right? Oh, that one's busted, right? And then the red one is the hasty one I tried. The blue one's got to be the best. I mean, that one really makes that deck sing. The Dimir flash deck. Shocked. And then the white one, the white draw engine is very good in the white tokens deck. It's like very solid for sure. And then I think the red one with haste, I mean, there aren't many homes for it. Who wants a 4 mana 3/3? Doesn't do a whole lot by itself. I would be very excited to play the Shrieker. The recruit's interesting if they really want to target stuff, but I mean, they didn't lightning strike last turn, so it makes me think they don't have it. I think we're going to play the Shrieker and attack every turn. We could also play the Adaptive and get the Adaptive growing. I just think a free 2/2 every turn is going to be very good. Maybe we Adaptive and then attack. Let's see, another creature enters. Then we get the first trigger, then after combat we drop the 3/3, get the second trigger. That could work okay. Yeah, so blue, then white, then I guess red. We'll go to blocks here. And then I think the green one's cool. And then the black one again is probably last. I mean, it has the infinite combo potential attached to it. I actually had a lot of fun playing it in some janky, like, Orzhov deck. Are we just going to lose this turn? Take 6. That's it, though. So Spear. The next Shrieker. I think I'm down for the Adaptive this turn. Multiple Shriekers a turn, though, is a lot of damage. We can do the same thing next turn. I wish it had haste. I mean, that's busted, but I do want it. Let's give this a go. I'm very excited to see this happen. Okay, we got a nice little chump blocker here. Bristly Bill we could flip for 2. Sure. Is he gonna rage the Swift Spear and eat one of my things? He is gonna rage the Swift Spear. Okay. Can't stop that. Flipping Bristly Bill does not help either. I think I'd rather see it on them using it defensively than aggressively. It's not like we're running Tyvar's Stand or something. This should be good to go. You're really thinking about it. We are not going to flip the Bristly Bill. We'll play the next Shrieker, though, I think. Alright, well, we're down to 14. 4 cards in hand. Yeah, I mean, the infinite combo thing is fun. You know, paying the opponent down a life, you gain a life, they go down a life, you gain a life, whatever. But in general, I think the Black Glimmer is probably still the worst one. It's not my fault. I didn't make the cards this way. Apparently someone went 12-0 with my Bant Toxic deck, which is awesome. That's really good. Glad you had a good time with it. Someone took my Rabbits list from Plat 4 to Mythic 1138 in 3 to 4 hours. Thank you for the content. You're welcome. I'm glad you had success with it. Someone really also enjoyed the Bant Ivy deck. It was the first ever commander. That's cool. I mean, first commander is always a, it's got a special place in your heart. What was my first commander? I think it was Kaikar, Wind's Fury. I think that's the first commander deck I ever built. And it's kind of janky. I think I got bored of it quickly because I put so many search cards in it that every game was the same. It was like, go search for combo piece, then win. And then after I did that a couple times, I was like, oh, actually, this isn't that fun anymore. I like the randomness. I feel like the point of running 100 different cards is to have every game be a little bit different. And if your game plan is so consistent, I think it takes a little bit of the charm out of it. So, are they... I mean, jeez. The next Monstrous Rage isn't quite as scary. It still makes a 3/4. They're being super weird here. How good is the Curator? Instants and creatures. We can't really get it that big. I mean, the Recruit's interesting if they want to target something. I'm not aware that I want to attack to the next round of stuff. If they're interested in targeting, I guess we'll play the Paw Patch Recruit. But I don't think I want to run the Shrieker into the next Pump Spell on the Swift Spear. They're being super weird. And when was the last time we played a mono red game where they didn't just slam attack all? Do we know anything else about them? They run Shock instead of Burst Lightning, so they're a maniac, right? They're actually an insane person because it's a common to craft and it's strictly better. So we know they're crazy. Beyond that, unless they're running 4 Shocks and 4 Burst Lightnings, or 4 Burst Lightnings and 1 Shock, or whatever it is. They could have DC'd. Maybe I should be attacking here, but I'm not going to do it just yet. I'll give it one more look. Maybe they did DC. Maybe I should be taking advantage of them. As mean as that is. Another person said, I should furnish my editor with all those clips where I make egregious mistakes and throw that, and when I throw the game and then upload that as a single video. First off, there aren't that many of those. I feel like that usually happens as a result of fatigue, not as a result of being a terrible player. Like if I'm tired between like gym and work and didn't sleep as much and whatever. I think, and I get frustrated, you know, if I'm in a rush, then it's more painful. I don't think I've cut many videos in the last several months due to errors. But certainly in the past, like I would say in general, I've gotten to be a better player over the past couple of years too. But no, I'm not going to put all my worst mistakes that I'm too, oh man, they DC'd. All right, that's fine. I was like, why are they acting so weird? They do run Shock instead of Burst Lightning, so I think they do deserve the loss inherently. But, yeah. Okay, it's already over 30 minutes. I'll play one more. I would like to play more. I wanted to see the Shrieker pop off a little bit. Maybe it's more underwhelming than I thought. Maybe a free 2/2 stapled onto a 3/3 isn't actually as good. I mean, it's brutal in the Oculus decks, but that's a 5/5, you know, flyer that's an overwhelming force to be reckoned with. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep this for sure. No white, but we'll figure it out. Well, we'll see what kind of white this is. If it's Reanimate the Pass, that's nice. That could be difficult. Because if we trade all game and they reanimate, then we just lose. But they don't have any removal except for their own shelter for the most part. We could probably wait one more turn. And Scrap Shooter could show up big this game. If they run out their shelter, we can just zap it, which might be very important. There it is. Okay, Scrap Shooter's time to shine. And I guess the turn after, we can double spell with shelter plus something else. Yeah, we're gonna take some damage first though. We'll take 6. Ow. Down to 13. Not ideal. But we are gonna shoot it this turn, I think. I mean, if we wait one more turn, we can just shelter on it normally. We don't have to give him the extra card. I mean, we're about to take 7. Maybe it's worth it. We're going to take 8. We could take 9. Are we going to lose this turn? I don't think so. We're going to be fine. Okay. It's not a life gain land. It's a case. Looks like we're not going to die this turn. We'll have to deal with that thing. Alright. We're taking 9. Or we could block this one. Dropping a 4 probably isn't ideal. Even with our game plan, I think we will take this jump. To 12. No big deal. 6/5. Don't love to see that. We could play another chump blocker this turn. Because now we don't even have good attacks. What if we did that instead? Ooh, actually, we'll get a chump blocker for free off the Shrieker. So we can kind of do whatever we want. Hitting more land is okay. I think it's actually fine to start here. As long as they can't lose life. We don't have to worry about the other channeler just yet. Okay. Swing for 4. We get a free adaptive, which we actually can level up. Is it at sorcery speed or instant speed? I always forget. I feel like it's any time. I'm going to do it now because I don't really care. And I was not around when these cards got released. So I don't feel like I have... Wait, hold on. Aha. It enters with an oil counter, but it had not entered. Thus it was already a 0/0. Shit. Well, that was a waste. Whoops. Still, we have the single chump block. It's okay. And we have the next shelter coming. Attack with everything, so we get a free attack on the way back. Okay. What are you doing, man? Alright, well, I don't know why they're being so sus about that. We'll block here. To 13. Alright, let's try this again. I got the next shelter lined up. Oh, we got the next shelter. We're going to need that too. Alright, take you. Yes. Let's hope they just hit land for a while. Cool. It's 52 to 13. We got time. I guess we'll take the Knight Errant, right? So they can gain enough life. Have they already flipped this or not? Is this solved? I don't know if this is solved or not. It's probably solved, right? So they can just cast back Shelter by Ghost if they hit enough lands. If they hit 6 lands, they can pay the ward too. I guess that's an issue you have to worry about. That's fine. Where are you going with that? Oh, you're going to take one of my shelters. Bold. I have the next shelter to go. But they will also have the next shelters. Our Scrap Shooter can kill their shelter to get back our shelter. So I think it's time for Scrap Shooter to come out. More land. Gift. Could also take out the case, which is interesting, actually. But they don't have enough... I mean, we've already committed to this plan. I think we basically just won it on this one guy, so it's impossible to target. Ooh, we can actually strip the graveyard with the Keen Eye Curator this turn. We can take both those. We have to do that this turn. For sure. That's actually huge for us. Get him, boys. Oh, yeah. That one won't die this time. Alright, it is 1000% essential we do this now. I do not want these things coming back. That's going to be huge for us. So with 4 Scrap Gorgers and 4 Shelters, we actually out-removal them. And Keen Eye Curator gets around Raise the Past, if that was a strategy. So this was massive for us. I think that alone could win us the game. So we'll have Enchantment, we can get land, we can get Creature. Okay, we got the next Shelter for that. See if they attack into the Reach creature. That'd be amusing. So now, let's see. Yeah, we'll exile a land. Or something. Just have creatures down there, yeah. We need something else too. I mean, flipping you is not that bad. It's awkward we can no longer attack comfortably with the Shrieker. But I think we're kind of committed to what we've got going on here. They could sack the case, get everything back. I think we're pretty good to attack basically with everything. We have the backup curator, so I'm not worried about that. But we can't attack with the Shrieker because it dies and they get everything back. So that guy's just got to chill with triple ward 2 on it. Back to 32, we're making progress. We can flip the 2/2 into a Knight Errant. Is it instant speed or what? It says you can turn it up for at any time. Alright, so it is instant. Okay, we are officially out of shelter by by ghosts. It's going to be a 6/5. How do we beat them with this? That's not the answer. I guess we leave back the reach creature for sure. Yeah, there's nothing else we can do right now. We are at their mercy. Murex token. That's interesting. That gives them a infinite source of life gain off the case, even if they can't attack with the bats. The Vanguard also gives them an infinite source. So we got some issues for sure here. Unless they just want to trade. We'll see if they get cocky and sacrifice the Channeler. Okay, let's flip you. And let's take a creature, because I think we're going to want that eventually. The graveyard's completely useless to us. Actually, no, we could draw into, not that. Yeah, we're stuck here. Stalemate into, yeah, it's gonna be tough. An extra Murex token every turn. Are you gonna sacrifice it? I'm hoping they get greedy at some point. If they have no ability to gain life, at least they can't give it flying. Okay. Grow some stuff. We're looking for Knight Errant on top. We'll take it. Come on, baby. Let's go. I wonder if they'll attack knowing it's coming. We still have 18 life to play with. Oh, God, another one. That's our last shelter. Well, there's a chance they deck themselves. They're at 42. We're at 35. I'm not sure if we can win this. Unless they throw away something. They don't. They'll make the Merrick's token instant speed. Turns a Johnny into a 5/5, so we really have no good attacks here. I think the issue is decking. What else could win us the game here? Many knight errants into a massively wide board state, but they have so much life to get through. It's really got to be chain knight errants to get anything moving, or they make a mistake. At least the Merrick's tokens cannot block. I do want to know what's under here. Wish there was a way to... Let's see. I don't want to hold priority. Hey. Is there any scenario where we give them back this stuff? No, it's all the stuff they want. Okay. Lovely. We're waiting for their next shelter, right? I don't think we need to kill a case now, per se. It slows them down a little bit. They get to draw a card, though, which I don't love. I'm not aware that we play this right now. Takes them one turn closer to shelter, but they can't actually shelter anything of relevance, can they? With Ward 8. I think it's fine. It's got to be Knight Errant into a crazy attacking turn. Okay, take the one that's solved. Merrick's token in response. At some point they'll hit their shelter and put it on a Johnny, and it won't be the issue of them removing our creature. It'll be the issue that they have a 20/20 lifelink. What's our total attacking force right now? Got like, what, 46 total attacking power? But very little of it is trample. Okay, sure. I still think we could win. I think 3 Knight Errants in a row for 0 mana would go incredibly wide, and we might be able to win on the spot next turn. Or get very close with like 2 blockers back to block the Pride Mate +1 in case they top deck Shelter by Ghost. I think it still is possible to win here. We'll have some big Beast Callers if we pull that off. I don't think I'm out of this game yet, as long as it's taking Good reason to play my Amali version. Oh, that's interesting. They can draw much quicker now. 36 cards to our 30. Make a token now, try to hit land. I mean, at some point they'll hit enough land. They need 10 total lands to shelter our Shredder, if they want to do it all in one go. That actually is an enchantment. I guess it doesn't help more land. Okay. I was trying to figure out if we could get the Curator up or not. Again, 3 Knight Errants in the deck. If we chain 3 back-to-back, I think we'd win the next turn. They have 8 lands. They're getting close to 10. Oh, no! Ah, shit. Well, I had really high hopes. Damn. I mean, we lost there. I'll just let him have it. Whatever, he can pass. Auto pass. We have two reach creatures, but they have too many. Well, that blows. I was pretty excited. I still think if we had hit a single Knight Errant into multiple, I think we could have won the game in the next turn. But I guess we go out on an L. That's okay. It is what it is. That's how it goes sometimes. All right. If you enjoyed today's mono green-esque video, excuse me, you can leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.